Hi everyone, welcome back to Skill Heist, your go-to place for mastering real-world Azure data engineering concepts and facing interviews with confidence. In today's video, we'll look at a very commonly asked question, how to handle schema changes in Azure Data Factory. So let's understand this. This can be done using schema drift option. So what that actually means? Schema drift occurs when the structure of incoming data changes unexpectedly from what your ETL process expects. These changes might include new columns, remove fields, alter data types, or rename attributes. So suppose in your file earlier you have five columns and now you have only four columns, right? So how you can handle that? So let's understand this in a practical way. Okay. So now I have this file customerinfo.csv. Now I want to read the data of this file. So let's first see what data I have in it. So I'll go to edit. So it has four columns: customer ID, customer name, region, and join date. So firstly, I have to put this and then we'll make the changes in it and we'll see to it. So now let's do it. So in ADF, this we can do using data flow, right? So let's create a new data flow. We have to declare the source of data flow, add source, right? And then let me create a new data set for the same. I'll say ADLS Gen 2. Delimiter, data flow, data set. Then I have a link server, so I'll select that. Then I'll go browse my container, then my directory and my file name which I want. And then I'll click on OK. Yes. And now over here in options, you can see allow schema drift, right? So you have to keep this enabled. By default, it keeps enabled, but if not, then you have to keep it enabled. Okay. Now let's see in projection what we got. So see in projection, if you see, you have customer ID, customer name, region, and job joining date, okay, or join date. The same four columns which is there, right, in my file. If you see all this are in string, okay, but if you find that if it's not in string, if it's in other data type, then you can click on detect data type and you can detect it also. Okay. Now let's preview the data. I'll go data preview and I'll refresh it. Just wait for some time. Okay, it's fetching the data. See, these are the columns which are there and the values, it came over here also, right? Now let's edit this. Let me edit this column. Let me remove region from here, right? From this particular file, let me remove region. Okay. Before saving it, let me show you one thing. If I'll go over here in my data set, right, source setting, and if I'll remove this allow schema drift for timing. Now let me save this. I'll click on save. Okay, so now it has only three columns, right? So if I'll go over here again and go to data preview, now let me refresh it again. Then let's see what happens. Now I have only three columns. Okay, these are the three columns I have: customer ID, customer name, and join date. Okay, I have removed the region from here. See, can you see? So region came as null because while editing it, we have this schema drift enabled. right? When we were creating this data set and we were doing it, we have enabled the schema drift option, right? If the schema drift was not enabled, then we must not have got this particular part. Okay, so this is how you can handle the data using a schema drift option. So if there's any column deletes also, it'll provide the value as null. Okay, I hope you get this. So if you are preparing for a data engineering role or want to master Azure tool like ADF, ADLS, Data Lake, and Synapse, you're in right place. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found this video helpful. And do let us know in the comments what topics you want us to cover next. See you in the next video. And till then, keep learning and keep growing.